guess Lola's a little camera shy. Anyway, I guess there's no avoiding it. I guess we've got to talk about politics. Just kidding, we're not going to talk about politics. Oh, I'm so sick of politics. I'm sure all of you are as well. They are tallying up the votes now, and I'm watching it just like I have every 4 years since probably 1992, because I'm a big old news nerd. Anyway, what's been going on? My BFF just texted me. What's been going on? Well, a couple days ago, I thought, oh no, how am I having another flare? I'm having another flare. How? Well, this cannot be. I don't want to do steroids again. Am I even going to do steroids again? Should I take a couple prednisone? What do I do? And then I was like, wait a second. I have been thinking this might be a UTI. And I thought a little harder, because sometimes I'm slow. Actually, sometimes I'm in denial, because I don't want to have a UTI, and I don't want to be having a flare. But not wanting it doesn't make it not happen. So, I took myself to urgent care, I guess it was yesterday. And the doctor's words were, it's a raging UTI, and she was very concerned that it had gone to my kidneys. And let's face it, I mean, I have reduced sensation, so would I feel it if it had? I don't know. So they gave me the shot of, I guess it's Keflex, and then, you know, gave me the meds, which I started today. Still feel like I'm having a flare, because that's what a UTI does to people with MS, is for some reason, more than any other infection, it makes you feel like you're having a flare-up. Just for the fun of it. It's just another fun thing to do. So, I know it's been dark. I did not do a video yesterday because I felt like it would be very peppered with all kinds of 4-letter words, because it's just how I felt, and I feel that way right now, but I'm a little more measured. It just sucks. Like, it's really hard for me to go from a sitting to a standing position. Like, I have to be holding on to something, and even then, you know, it's a trick to do it. I keep telling myself I will get through it. I've got to let the antibiotics work. I've got to let myself rest. But then I panic, because then I go, well, if I'm resting, I'm not doing my PT. Does that mean my body is going to regress? I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is. There is no, I mean, there's no manual for this. There's a lot of people who think they know, but at the end of the day, everybody's different. Nobody's MS. There's no two people. We're like snowflakes. No two of us are the same. And what works for one will not work for the other. And not only not work, it could totally backfire. And so you're just kind of grasping in the dark, even after 20 years. Even after 20 years, you're grasping in the dark. Like, what do I frickin' do? I don't know. So I canceled my PT appointment today. I said, all right, I'm going to rest. Because yesterday, when I started to try to do my PT at night, was it yesterday, the day before? I'm totally losing track of time. I don't know. But the last time I attempted it, I thought, it's not good. And I went to my temperature and I had low-grade fever. And that's what I was like, okay, infection, awesome. So don't pressure yourself, because if you push yourself too hard, you can put yourself in a flare. It sucks. And you take, you know, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. It just seems like that all the time. And you think to yourself, why do I bother? If it's constantly a setback, there's a setback after a setback after a setback. It's like the Russian nesting dolls of setbacks. And you think, if I'm never going to get ahead, why am I fighting so hard? Why not just give up? Why not just say, hey, I'll just be in a wheelchair. I'll just use a scooter. You know? Why not just give in? Sometimes I really wish I could do that. It's weird to say you wish you could quit. But there's something in me that won't allow it. I guess it's a stubborn streak. And sometimes I think that's a good thing, and that's what's kept me going for as long as I've been going. And then I think, no, it's a curse, and it's what's kept me suffering. Because, you know, when you fight through it, it doesn't feel good. I know I'm rambling, but I thought, well, if we're going to be real, we're going to be real. And this might not appeal to everybody. Everybody might be like, that's a little too much information. I don't need to hear about your UTI. Or about the fact that, you know what? Guess what? Like many other people with MS, it's pretty much time for me to start self-catheterizing, which is where you stick a tube up in your, pee hole and make sure it all drains out. Because many people, in fact, I'd venture to guess most people with MS have something called a neurogenic bladder. And that's when it doesn't empty all the way. And that's why we get UTIs all the time. I'm not looking forward to this. It hurts because I've, done it before at a urologist or whatever. And that's why I've put it off, because it freaking hurts. And I've been stubborn enough to think maybe it'll get better on its own. But it's not. And it's just one UTI after another. And, I don't see that I have much of a choice now. So what have I done the last few days so that I didn't, blow my brains out or take a whole bottle of pills? What have I done so I didn't do those things? Well, first of all, I am Christian, so there's part of me that's afraid that I wouldn't go to heaven if I did that. And there's another part of me that's like, well, if God still has me here, he has me here for a reason. That's not going to matter to a lot of you people, because a lot of you aren't Christian, or you think, well, God forgives. So that's beside the point. It's just on a personal note. What have I done? I have looked at my dog Lola and thought, she doesn't want me not to be here. I think of my best friend Crystal and how it would absolutely destroy her. I think of my fiance and what it would do to him. And it's the cop-out of all cop-outs, in my opinion. There's going to be a lot of people that disagree with that. And there might come a time when I disagree with that. I don't know. So I've thought about Lola, and she makes me smile. She does goofy things. She's pretty darn cute. I've eaten a ton of Junior Mints. I've eaten Chinese. I eat. Like, that is a coping mechanism. I'm not saying it's healthy, but that is my vice. The only way that I can stay slim is because in between my little binges, I behave myself very strictly. But when it's time to cope, I'm like, look out, chocolate is needed. Or Chinese food is needed. Whatever the craving is. And I do that. The other thing I do is I sing. Singing is very therapeutic to me. I did my first master class, which is, I had to learn what it is. It's a group lesson, basically, for voice. So it's my voice teacher that I had back in Phoenix, and, since everything's online now, might as well work with her still. I prefer her to the voice teacher I had here. And even though I sang the song that I brought, you know, it was sort of like show and tell, and you sing her song and she helps you with it. Like, I sang it in a key that's too low for me because I'm a soprano, but I thought to myself, well, I'll sing it in a lower key because it'll be safer. That's dumb. Like safer should be the key that you're more natural in. I don't know. So then I heard it back and I was like, oh, good Lord, I can't believe I just did that in front of everybody. But I learned that I can sing sort of poorly in front of people and I didn't die. So that was a little victory check mark in my column. So that helped. I'm wearing the fiance's t-shirt that he gave me. That's part of it. Because it's not just about a weapon, it's about defense. I wear this, I feel closer to him, it makes me feel happier. I've got to do these little things, and they aren't much, but they're enough to keep my head just above water until I can get through this, till I can get through this really rough patch. And I have to believe that I will get through it. And the only reason I think I'll get through it is because I've gotten through these things before. And it's only, you know, really the second day of antibiotics if you count the first day with the shot. So I want to check in with you and give you guys too much information. What do we talk about? Suicide, UTIs, self-catheterization. I mean, you know, it's real. And the thing that bugs me the most about books and stuff about MS or any other chronic illness is they never, ever get to the down and dirty stuff, the stuff that's really unpleasant to talk about, the stuff that's embarrassing, like freaking embarrassing. They don't talk about it. And if they don't talk about it, no wonder nobody knows anything about it. So on this channel, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the times that are really dark, the times that are really scary. Because people who are in those dark places need to know they're not alone. They need to know they're not alone. Maybe it's their first time in a dark place and they think there is no getting out of it. I've gotten out of them before. I'll get out of this one. And so will you. If you're in that dark place, you will get out of it too. Just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Just keep breathing in and out. Use anything you can to put a smile on your face. Even if it's sarcasm, even if it's a dirty joke, it doesn't matter. Whatever it takes. Just keep breathing in and out. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And you're going to make it. You will. You're worth it. Have a good night.